Hello English 101 students. This is Mrs. Brossman trying to help you figure out how you can order your transcripts from Blackhawk College now that you're finished with the course. One thing I want to remind you of, you don't want to send these transcripts until you remember that all of the courses that you took in the spring semester have their final grades present on the grade component of My Blackhawk. So check to see all of your final grades have been registered by your professors before you send this, mainly because it costs you money every time you send it. So we just want to make sure that you are not spending more than you need to in order to get the information to the schools that you would like to transfer to. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is to go to the Blackhawk College homepage, and remember that's bhc.edu. Then from the homepage, you're going to go to the academics menu. And if you click on academics, there's a drop-down menu that gives you a lot of different options. You need to take yourself over to the academic resources side. And from academic resources, you follow down until you find the link to transcripts. Click on transcripts, and then it will take you to the page where Blackhawk has all of their instructions. And you can see right here that if you are confused about anything, if you have questions about advising from their end, or questions about going on to other schools, you can call this number or send an email to this place, and here are the hours where you could show up and ask questions, just so that you know. So the information about transcripts follows here, so I'm going to scroll down so you can see all of it at once. Notice that it costs $6 in order for you to send your transcripts. That's why we don't want you doing this more times than you need to. Not that $6 is going to break the bank, but you're going to need all that money at the beginning of your freshman year of college, right? So anyway, there's a couple things that you're going to need when you do this, and one of them is going to be a major credit or debit card, which simply means you need something that says like Visa or MasterCard on it. Most of your bank cards from the banks around here will be fine. They also want you to update your email address in their student database. So instead of using the My Blackhawk email as your address, which you know that you're not checking anymore, or possibly even your geneseoschools.org accounts, you could put in a personal account that you have that you plan on using for years, because Blackhawk might try to contact you about your transcripts. So right here it tells you to log into the Clearinghouse Secure site. They use a national clearinghouse for transcripts, which means that they're not created at Blackhawk College. They're created at another business and then sent to wherever you want them to go. This is the website you will use to place your order. This is where you will pay your fees, and you will tell them where you want it delivered. You can order as many transcripts as you like in a single session. So you could order 6 if you needed to and send them to various colleges, but that would cost you $36. Really, most of you only need to have 1 transcript sent to the school where you know that you are going to be going next fall. You can track your order online, and again, you need that major credit or debit card. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Clearinghouse website, which brings us to a new window. It's going to look kind of generic because there are a lot of different universities and 2-year colleges that use this. They might give you a system message here. This is one that was from December 2017, so obviously by the time you watch it, it will be old. Later on, once you've ordered your transcript, you can follow the progress of that transcript in case the universities are breathing down your neck about when that information is going to arrive. This is some information for you to think about before you order your transcript. They are downloaded each business day, the orders. So if you don't put one in until 11 o'clock at night, then you have to wait till the next business day for that to be created and then sent out in the mail. But generally they're processed from within 24 hours of the time that you download it, and they are usually sent out through the U.S. Postal Service unless you tell them to do something else. You can have a variety of pickup options. If you physically want it, you can pick it up at either the Quad Cities campus or the East Campus in Kewanee. If you want another person to pick it up, you can do that, but you're going to have to fill in some special instructions. I wouldn't worry about the non-college level courses, because most of you, the only thing you've taken there is College for Kids, and nobody wants to hear about that anymore. And finally, there might be some additional documentation that they need. Most of the time, you are simply going to be typing in the address of the university that you are going to be going to. So unless you really physically want it in your hand in order to do an orientation, I would just send it to the school. So right here, it tells you, think about this before you start. Do you have a major credit or debit card right next to you? Do you know what your email address is? And you're going to have to give your signed consent. So hit the start button. This is the last screen that I will be able to show you because they won't let me move forward unless I fill in other information that I don't have. But I just want you to pay attention to the steps here. This is a screen where you enter your personal information, and then there are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps after that that you need in order to complete it. So you'll need to know your name, and this is the place that you will go to send transcripts maybe 6 years down the road when you want to go to grad school. So even if you were married at that time, you want to go back, your transcripts are going to be underneath your maiden name. You will need to know your social security number. You will have to retype that in order to confirm it, so make sure that you have your social security information with you as well. Memorize it, people. You're going to use it a lot. Then here's your contact information. Again, I can't go any farther than this because I'm not actually a student at Black Hawk College, but the next thing you would put in is your recipient. So your recipient would be the college that you're going to, unless you're going to pick it up. Here would be the details that you need, like address, maybe phone number. You'll be able to review it. Here's where you're going to put in your credit card or debit card information. And then when you sign your consent, that's you saying they have permission to send out that information. If you have any questions over the summer, feel free to email me, dbrossman@geneseoschools.org. And I hope that you are all very successful as you start your careers in college. Bye.